Obesity is a worldwide disease and has tripled since 1975. In 2016, more than 1.9 billion adults 18 years and older were overweight. Of these, over 650 million were obese. Most of the world's population live in countries where overweight and obesity kills more people than underweight. 39 million children under the age of 5 were overweight or obese in 2020. Obesity is a disease, can be preventable. Our bodies, as we grow older, gets infiltrated with fat cells we call adipocytes, changes our youthful body shape and harms our body health. You're born with a certain number of fat cells. These keep multiplying till you attain puberty, and then after that keeps expanding according to the amount of fatty food and carbs you consume. Overweight and obesity are defined as abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that may impair health caused by overeating carbs, fatty foods, and lack of exercise. It is observed that there is rise in childhood obesity is particularly concerning as adults who were obese during childhood develop type 2 diabetes. People who have an obesity problem compared to those with a healthy weight are at increased risk for many chronic illnesses and health situations such as high blood pressure, high LDL or bad cholesterol, low HDL or good cholesterol, high levels of triglycerides, heart disease, and so on. Such fat distribution of fatty tissue is around the buttocks and upper body in such areas as the abdomen, chest, shoulder, nape, under the skin, and deeper organs. In men, the shape of the tummy in obesity due to visceral fat is apple-shaped central obesity, more common in men than women. Individuals with an upper body fat pattern reflecting an excess of intra-abdominal or visceral fat have greatly risk of diabetes, hypertension, hypertriglyceridemia, ischemic heart disease, some cancers, and death from all causes. There is a good side also of these fat cells, its participation in our inbuilt immune system, so important today to defend against COVID variants of concern. Some research says that if our innate immune system, which includes our fat tissue, is strong, that would be the better system to fight invaders, much more powerful than the vaccines that creates transient neutralizing antibodies. Fat deposits on the hips and thighs store free fatty acids, and they do not harm your body. Hip and thigh fat also secrete hormones with beneficial effects on the body. This means the large butts in ladies can be an advantage in health terms. Body fat distribution relies heavily on hormones. Women have more fat in the lower parts of their body, while men tend to have it in the upper part brought on by gender's level of hormones. These fat deposits are found under the skin referred to as subcutaneous fat. There are three kinds of fat in our body. Subcutaneous fat under your skin, the fat that is sucked out through liposuction to contour your shape. This basically stores energy. It pumps out hormones like leptin, which signals the brain that you are full after a meal and don't have to eat more. It also makes adiponectin, an anti-inflammatory hormone that plays a role in maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. Visceral fat sits deep inside the abdominal cavity, surrounding and enclosing the vital organs like the liver, intestines, kidneys to stabilize them in case of injuries and keeping them warm too. Then there is the brown fat, a special type that helps the body burn extra calories to stay warm. Babies have a lot of it, but adults have small amounts mostly around the shoulders and the chest area. Now let's talk about the visceral fat we all carry deep in the abdominal cavity. It is stored around the vital organs as mentioned earlier, and this fat can make its way to the liver. From there it's turned into cholesterol, which travels into the bloodstream and increase the blood cholesterol, which is a factor in plaque formations in the arteries, including coronaries, to give heart attacks. Visceral fat also releases inflammatory chemicals and contribute to insulin resistance. Researchers suspect that visceral fat makes more of certain proteins that inflame your body's tissues and organs and narrow your blood vessels. This can lead to high blood pressure. Excess visceral fat can increase risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, Alzheimer's, and certain cancers, including breast and colon cancer. Through expensive imaging, one could find out how much visceral fat is there, but the easiest way to assess it by measuring around your waistline over your belly button. In women, 35 inches or more is a sign of visceral fat. In men, it's 40 inches. Now let's talk about skinny people who are also at risk of having the same chronic diseases as obese people. The definition skinny fat is used to refer to people having relatively high percentage of body fat and low amounts of muscle mass. They are also at risk for developing diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. Skinny fat people and obese people have the same problem. Skinny profile refers to people having thin muscles, tone, and strength, and relatively high fat percentage. They may have a large amount of visceral fat without much muscle definition. They are referred to as people thin outside and fat inside. So it is a misconception that small or thin bodies are an indicator of good health. Hanging in front of the abdomen inside like an apron is the omentum, impregnated with deposits of fat, also help regulate immune responses. The term omentum is derived from the Latin word apron or cover. Omentum is nicknamed the policeman of the abdominal cavity. In situations where the bowel is leaking its contents, omentum goes and seals the leak. It also adheres to ulcers of the gallbladder, stomach, and intestines, or a ruptured appendix. Visceral adipose tissue, called VAT, also has a good side. It is a critical component of the body's immune system. Visceral fat is a home to many cells of both innate and adaptive immune systems. These cells influence adipocytes, or the fat cell biology and metabolism, and in turn adipocytes regulate the functions of the immune cells and provide energy for their activities. The fat cells produce antimicrobial peptides, pro-inflammatory cytokines, and adipokines that together act to combat infection, modify the functions of immune cells, and maintain metabolic homeostasis. But unfortunately, obesity seems to disrupt both the endocrine and immune functions of visceral adipose tissue, thereby promoting inflammation and tissue damage that may lead to diabetes or inflammatory bowel disease. Fat helps give you your body energy, protects your organs, supports cell growth, keeps cholesterol and blood pressure under control, and helps your body absorb vital nutrients. There are the good dietary facts and the bad dietary facts. You need adequate amount of good dietary facts to maintain good overall health, especially as you age. Your body needs a regular intake of fat, says Vasante Malik, a research scientist with the Department of Nutrition at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. He says fat helps to give your body energy, protects your organs, supports cell growth, keeps cholesterol and blood pressure under control, and helps your body absorb vital nutrients. When you focus too much on cutting out all fat, you can actually deprive your body of what it needs most. Good dietary fats are monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. Monounsaturated fats are found in avocado and peanut butter, nuts like almonds, hazelnuts, cashews, and pecans, and seeds such as pumpkin, sesame, and sunflower seeds. It is also in plant oils such as olive, peanut, safflower, sesame, and canola oils. Polyunsaturated fats include omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids. Polyunsaturated fats are found in plant-based oils like soybean, corn, and safflower oils, and they are abundant in walnuts, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and fish like salmon, mackerels, herrings, tuna, and trout. In conclusion, you need a strong inbuilt immune system presently and in the future to fight against SARS-CoV-2 virus and its variants. Vaccines do help to boost your immune system, but the innate immune system is the key to fight against invaders and be in good health. Staying healthy is a primary requirement for survival. COVID-19 and its variants are teaching us that lesson. Hope this video talk was useful. Stay at home, stay safe until we build up a good immune system. Goodbye for now.